Hey guys, it's Siobhan with ToKittyandBeyond. This is just going to be a really quick energy update video. It's not so much about the energy of, like, for example, the Schumann resonance or something like that, which I would normally do. It's one of those ones where I just keep getting some repeating messages that are coming through to me. So it's like channeled messages or spiritual insights, that kind of thing. But it's still an energy update because it applies to where we're at collectively and what we're going through and what we're trying to get towards. So I've had two words that keep coming up recently, and this has happened before. If you go back and you check in some of the other videos I've made, there was one where I kept hearing the words tyrant and arena, or seeing them, or they were just kind of all around me at that time, and I talked about what that meant, and I'll link that video up above for you guys if you're interested. But this time around, I'm hearing two words and I'm seeing two words consistently. My attention continually gets drawn to hope and integrity. So I think, yes, they do work together, but I want to talk about them first individually, a little bit about that. So what I always do is when I get something coming through like that, it's usually in context to something that I'm experiencing or something that's going on around me at the moment. But I also find it beneficial to look up the actual descriptions of the word, because sometimes there's additional insights or things that can come through from that literal translation that can help. So for hope, it says a feeling of expectation and desire for a certain thing to happen, a feeling of trust. And as a verb, it's to want something, or want something to happen or to be the case. So to me, hope really stands for faith, belief, trust. And it's having that hope through challenging times, through difficult circumstances, that really allows us to create what we want, to see what we want come to fruition later on down the line. It helps us get through, because if we lose hope, we really don't have anything, and it feels very disempowering. So I feel like having hope it's not only an individually, subjectively empowering experience, but it can also create change physically around you, because through energy, through focus, through intention, we're able to create. And when we come from the position or the energetic signature of hope, we are stating that what we want is something that we're willing to hold the vibration of. We're not going to give up on it. We're not going to lose faith or lose hope. We're going to have patience. We're going to have trust. We're going to keep that hope flame burning within us. And the second word that came up with integrity says the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles or moral uprightness, and the state of being whole and undivided. So that's kind of the one that it really jumped off the page at me. The state of being whole and undivided, unity, unification, wholeness, coherence, cohesion. These are all some of similar terms that kind of go along with that word integrity. And if you guys have been watching the readings lately, you'll see in the second reading that the I achieve with integrity came up again, but it also came up in the new moon reading. So in the new moon and the full moon reading for this month, the full moon reading is a premiere. It's coming out on Wednesday, the 21st at 10 a.m. if you guys are interested. But it's 2 times now that the I achieve with integrity card came out. So this integrity is obviously something important that we're working with as a collective right now, as it's coming up consistently within this period of time that we're in October. Integrity is that wholeness. I think that we have to have hope that we can get to, or that we can create cohesion in the world around us, and have that unification, or that sense of unity. Because right now what we're seeing is very divided. It's the opposite of unity. It's division, separation. Things are not cohesive. People are pitting their beliefs and their circumstances against one another. And I've talked about this in the past, that doesn't mean that we're not moving towards unity, that we're not moving towards that 5th dimensional frequency of unconditional love. In fact, we are. And it's just like a physical healing process. Like when I work with clients, doing Akashic readings and doing Reiki specifically, Things have to come up. When we're applying that level of light and healing and love, everything of a lower vibration, so any of the beliefs or thoughts or experiences surrounding separation, division, anger, hate, guilt, shame, any of these lower frequency emotions, they have to come up to be seen, because it's only through our awareness that we can accept them and then change them. So things have to be brought up to be able to be addressed. Otherwise, they lie beneath the surface within the collective unconscious, which is where they were. Now they're coming to a head, which gives us an opportunity to be able to work with that energy consciously and direct it with intention to create the world that we really want to see. And of course, like I always say, we have to be the world that we have to be the change we want to see in the world, because we can't change anybody but ourselves. But when we change ourselves, not only at a more literal physical level, we change how we interact with the world, but on a more energetic, spiritual level, we're actually changing the frequency of the collective consciousness by a significant amount. One person has power. Many people have lots of power. And we're all connected. So when we bring things to our awareness, when we heal, when we address these things in a holistic way, bringing all of these things back into integrity, into wholeness, having firm moral principles, that doesn't mean that you can't have, open-mindedness and change your beliefs and change the way you look at things. Actually, that's advised because the more open and flexible we can be, the more we can learn and expand and evolve. But it really does come down to that base authenticity. Moral uprightness isn't really so much about beliefs, it's more about what feels right to you, what feels empowering, what feels disempowering. And those things are fairly general. They do apply to most people, right? We know that killing is bad. That's not good. That's disempowering. That's not morally upright. That's not in our integrity at soul level. And we know love is good. Those are two sort of not super great examples, but that's kind of what's just coming to mind. So just take it for what it is. But they're the most obvious examples of this. So I really feel like the message for us as a collective is that we're coming into this really deep core healing of the collective unconscious of humanity. And we're seeing that on a global scale. That's why there's so much dysfunction. But that actually shows how much we're changing and how much we're evolving. And we're seeing the disparity between the two sides grow more stark, because it allows us to see in a more definite way where we do and do not want to be, what we do and do not want to create. And the hope is there. It's always there. It never left. Sometimes when we go through really challenging, difficult circumstances, especially at a personal level, when things really hit us hard in our emotional center, in our hearts, it can feel like we lose hope. But that hope is always there. It's within you. It's around you. And it's only a matter of tuning into it again, because it never actually left. But it might just grow smaller for a time, or it might seem like you're separated from it, but it never really left. That hope is always there, and it's always available to anyone should they call on it, instantaneously. So hope and integrity. Oh wow, I just looked at the time and it's 4:44. 4:44 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So this is a great confirmation from the angels. Yay, thank you. I love it when that happens. For being about stability, protection, angelic guidance and support. And I was literally just talking about hope being accessible to you. And that can be from inside and from without. So from within, from without, it's like the angels, they're there to support you, to reignite that hope within you, to give you what you need to be able to grow that hope, to get that flame burning again, and to go into the world with that faith, with that trust, knowing that everything's going to be okay. We're going to be okay. We're going to get through this. All we have to do is find that hope. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Thanks so much for being here, for listening. If you guys are interested in working with me, for your greater soul benefit, please reach out to me. All the information is in the description box below the video, all of the pricing, my services and whatnot. You can also check out my Teespring store. So I've created some really fun mugs and sweatshirts and some home decor stuff if you guys are interested. And thank you so much for being here, for supporting the channel, for supporting my work. Don't forget to share with people who you think would resonate or could use a little bit more hope in their life. And subscribe if you're not already. I'd love to keep you here and interacting with you, sharing with you, forming that bond as a soul tribe that we are here. I love you, and I will see you next time, guys.